Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel, everyone. Lanny, Bert, the Dividend Diplomats. Lanny's repping the swag today. You gotta love it. You know why? We are hyped up, Lanny. We are excited. We are ready to go because holy freaking cow, Lanny. There were a ton of dividend increases we're going to talk to all of you about today.
Guys, dividend investing and dividend increases are in full effect here in 2022. Before we dive into the not one, not two, but 10 dividend increases, I need you guys to do us a favor. Smash that subscribe button. Give your boy Bert and Lanny a nice thumbs up. We crossed 12,000 subscribers. We're actually at 12.1K. Let's get to 20,000 subscribers so we can bring you another jam-packed, fun Dividend Diplomat episode. But Bert, what the heck happened this past week in the stock market?
This was one wild week in the stock market. Finally, there were so many great dividend stock opportunities to buy as the market continued to slide before it had a slight rebound.
The stock market ended up for the week.
I know, isn't that nuts? It was like the beginning of the week, everyone was racing in there to get your money in and start buying some of these stocks. I know we were. And then to your point, yeah, come Friday, nope, not so fast, my friend.
Bert was running on Monday when the S&P was, down below 4,300 on Monday. But guys, it's back up to over 4,400 by the end of the week.
But yeah, we had earnings releases this week. The Fed made a statement and talked about their interest rate hikes or their pause in the future looking at interest rate hikes. You had more earnings releases. And then on top of it all, Lanny, you had that cherry on top. You had the dividend increase announcement, baby.
That's what I'm talking about, guys. So again, dividend investing, we think is the best form of investing. Again, it's a great way to add a passive income stream as you and everybody out there. And actually, for all the millions and millions trying to pursue financial freedom, we think, again, dividend investing into dividend stocks is a great way to build that passive income stream. So Bert, we have 10 jam-packed dividend stocks that these aren't really small increases. Only one was pretty small, but a lot of these are juicy.
Yeah, no, they are. And that was what was cool. And it was spread across all sectors too. You're going to have some insurance, you're going to have technology, you're going to have credit cards, you're going to have trains, you're going to have banking, you're going to have and even oil thrown in there. You're going to have a lot of companies across the spectrum showing that they are still increasing their dividends. And what's cool is 2021 was a great year for dividends. It was the year of the dividend investor, the year of dividend increases, because companies came out of the pandemic just firing their dividend increases. You didn't know what you were going to get in 2022 with inflation and some of the headwinds that you're facing. Now, after this week, I'm feeling great because dividend investing is still strong. Dividend increases are still rolling along. This is awesome. I'm pumped up.
I'm pumped up. You're pumped up. You've got your coffee. You've got your Diplomat's mug or your sweatshirt handy. Guys, we're recording this as of January 29th, the day after the market ended on January 28th. We're here with you. Let's get into that first dividend growth stock. Bert, you've got to take this away because I know this was one that you were loving a few years ago.
Yeah, this is, I believe they're a dividend king, right? They've increased their dividend for a long time. I probably don't remember the years, but this first company, Cincinnati Financial, ticker symbol CINF. You're right, Lanny. My wife and I went hard at adding Cincinnati Financial right after the pandemic started because you were not sure the impact that. All right, Lanny. All right.
Bang.
Yeah. Any more you want to get out quickly?
To be the man, you got to beat the man. Woo!
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no, but at the beginning of the pandemic, when there was uncertainty about how many business insurance claims were going to get filed, Cincinnati Financial's price tumbled. My wife and I took the opportunity just to load up on CINF, and we could not be happier this week because they announced a 9.5% dividend increase. They increased that quarterly dividend from 63 cents a share to 69 cents per share. Now their dividend yield is over 2.3%. Great stuff for a long-term dividend growth stock like CINF.
Wow, guys, Cincinnati Financial following the footsteps of our boys Aflac, really juicing up that dividend. Bravo, Bert. Bravo, Cincinnati Financial shareholders. The yield now is finally creeping back up to that 2.4% dividend yield range, 9.5%. Beautiful. Bert, should I dive into the second dividend stock?
You should.
All right, guys, we're heading over to the cable
Woo! No, I'm kidding.
entertainment services. We're not talking about Viacom, CBS, or Netflix, Amazon Prime, or Apple. We're actually diving into the one that's not talked about too much, and that is Comcast. Ticker symbol CMCSA. Comcast is, I think, how it's pronounced from a ticker symbol standpoint.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I know they were excited when they were like, we're going to land this ticker. It's still available. I can't believe it.
Yeah, shocker sticker right there. So guys, Comcast announced an 8% dividend increase. They went from 25 cents a share per quarter to 27. And on top of that, they said, hey, we're giving you guys more money back. In what way? We're buying back $10 billion in shares, which means they're going to reduce that share count, juice up, that good old earnings per share to be able to increase the price and increase that dividend going forward.
Yeah, it is funny that you mentioned that Comcast has never really mentioned with some of the big ones, but they now have the Peacock streaming service. They have obviously NBC, that full portfolio, and it's proving out that content continues to remain king. Oh, yeah, they have the WWE deal that they've struck where they're going to be streaming all of that on Peacock too, which is a huge differentiator from a lot of the other networks. So yeah, it is funny that we don't talk about Comcast more, but maybe we should, especially because they are just handing out money back to shareholders.
It's like candy, baby. So there was Comcast. Congratulations, an 8% increase. Hopefully this means great news in the fourth quarter come October through December for Viacom CBS shareholders, because we know we're waiting for that every 2 to 3 year dividend increase from them.
Yeah, number three for this week, we're going to move into the asset management side, but we're not talking about T. Rowe, who has been on our watch list of late, and even some of our purchases. We're talking Charles Schwab, ticker symbol SCHW. They just announced a nice double-digit dividend increase right there. They increased that dividend 11.1% from 18 cents per quarter to 20 cents per quarter. Their yield, though, still isn't that great. It's below 1. It's 0.89%. So, hey, at least they're matching what you want to see. Low yield, high growth rate. They at least have that combo going for you.
You're like, so guys, there you go. I've been buying T. Rowe Price. Bert, didn't you grab a share or so this week too?
I did. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, at the beginning of the week, I did grab T. Rowe Price. You're 100% correct.
So guys, guess what? T. Rowe Price is the next asset managed firm that we have our eyes set on coming into February 2022 for a nice big dividend increase.
Yeah, they're getting ready to juice up that dividend. So yeah, if you're right, if Schwab was at 11.1%, let's see what T. Rowe has up its sleeve.
I can't wait for T. Rowe Price. I know there's a lot of dividend investors out there that cannot wait for T. Rowe Price. So guys, let's make it happen. Let's go. Again, congratulations to the Schwab shareholders for getting a double-digit dividend increase. You guys did it. Congratulations. Now, Bert, I need you to also take dividend stock number 4, because I know you own it in your portfolio, because we are sliding in to that oil and gas industry.
Chevron, ticker symbol CVX. They increased that quarterly dividend from $1.34 to $1.42. A nice 6% increase. Their yield is 4.35% after this increase. So a dividend factor over 10%. And yeah, we saw Exxon announce it last quarter. You see Chevron always just quietly announces a solid mid to high single digit increase. I've been very happy with Chevron, who is touted as one of the best managed oil stocks in the sector.
Wow. Could this be great signs for what's to come for the other big oil companies? Shell, BP, Exxon. What's going to happen down the road, Bert?
Yeah, because crude oil is closing in on 90. It is climbing up rapidly over the last 6 months. It's at its highest point. Crude's at $87 per barrel. Yeah, it's the highest point it's been in the last year. So no wonder these oil companies can start returning more money to shareholders, because they're getting some relief on their top line. Finally.
Bert, another increase. So far, you're freaking 2 out of 4. And I think we're about to make it 3 out of 5. Because, guys, that 5th dividend growth stock to increase their dividend, it's the beloved, iconic, you know it. It's in your computers, your phones, your watch maybe. We're talking about Intel, ticker symbol INTC. even when they're dealing with all the supply chain backlog, trying to get output out into the market, Intel came in with a 5% dividend increase, keeping their growth streak alive. They went from 34.7 cents to 36.5 cents. Now that was a nice 5% increase. Yield is now over 3%. And I know Bert was buying some shares this past week upon the news.
And that's why I added and I wrote about it on our blog. And we'll put a link here below. But yeah, there is an interesting earnings release for Intel because the stock price slid over 7% the day after earnings, and it kept falling even more. Intel is now below $48 per share, and I think it's just fascinating. I mean, they are still cash cow. We all know that about them. There's going to be some supply chain issues and potential demand issues as the PC boom goes. But there was major news because we always joke around about the Ohio-based companies, and we're always plugged into kind of what's going on in Ohio. Intel announced they are building a new $20 billion chip production plant here in Ohio. We're pumped up because it's helping our state's economy, but not just that. It's going to take some time to build, but Intel is aggressively working to address this supply chain shortage in the future so they don't run into these headwinds next time you see production overseas kind of halt.
Bring it back to the Buckeye State, baby.
All right, guys.
That was Ohio. I know people are going to either hate or love it. We might see some thumbs up or some thumbs down, but guys, let us know your feedback.
Hey, and you know what? For all those people who are going to put the Michigan-Ohio State score in there, we all watched the national championship game from the same place this year, and that was at home. So you guys can all.
Bird said it, me. Bird said it, not me.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to number 6 here, Lanny. What do you think?
Stock number 6 is Kimberly-Clark, ticker symbol KMB, the traditional consumer brands, consumer goods dividend stock. They had the smallest increase here on the list. Doesn't even pace with inflation, but they had a 1.8% dividend increase from $1.14 to $1.16.
Yeah, hey, someone's got to be the lowest one on our list for the video, and I guess Kimberly-Clark's going to take that one by far, luckily. I mean, they haven't exactly blown you away with dividend growth over the last few years anyway, so I'm not shocked that they're only 1.8%. Doesn't surprise me. Like, I saw it and I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's reasonable for them, unfortunately. So not much good news. So
congrats to the shareholders, 2% increase. All right, going into dividend stock number 7, not to rush through this, but we have Anthem, ticker symbol ANTM. If you guys remember, I brought this dividend stock to light about a couple videos ago, Bert, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, when you did the ultimate battle royale for the healthcare insurance companies, Lanny.
Well, you listen up, brothers. Anthem came in, like I called it, with a double-digit increase, 13.3% from $1.13 per share per quarter to $1.28. The yield now went finally above 1% because of 2 things, the dividend increase and the share price decrease. But here's the kicker. They dipped below 430. I actually did pick up 1 share, but they're already back up to $440+ per share. But Anthem, the cash flowing insurance company that pretty much, they're one of very few big players in the market. So 13.3% increase.
Excellent. You caught it at the perfect time. And again, not much more to say. Low yield, very high dividend growth rate. It's exactly what you want to see. The insurance companies delivered. That's 2 double-digit. Cincinnati Financial, you rounded up, it was double digits. 2 very strong dividend increases from our insurance companies this week. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now let's move to number 8 into our favorite sector. Our favorite sector. We're going banking, baby. This is going to be fantastic because one of the legendary epic names that has actually found itself in a little bit of hot water during the last decade is back to dividend growth. Warren Buffett, I believe, said bye-bye to this company and his investments, so they're reeling from that, but they're back with a dividend increase. Wells Fargo, ticker symbol WFC. Oh man, they crushed it. They announced a 25% dividend increase from 20 cents to 25 cents. Their yield is now 1.85%. So man, Wells Fargo back in the game.
Wells is doing well, and congratulations to the shareholders that hung on to your Wells Fargo stock. I know I've never been buying or bought Wells Fargo stock. Bert's never bought Wells Fargo stock, but I know there's a lot of dividend investors that were buying Wells Fargo stock during the pandemic. And if you held on, good job.
Now, it is worth noting, we are excited now because there was a 25% increase, but at the beginning of the pandemic, Wells Fargo's dividend was 51 cents per share per quarter. They cut it to 10 cents. So they're about halfway back to where they were before the cut. You got to start somewhere. You got to increase it somehow to get to where you were before. They're on the journey back to their previous dividend levels.
There it is, guys. All right. So for the ninth dividend growth stock, chugga, 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 choo, choo. Guys, Norfolk Southern, ticker symbol NSC, came in with a nice 13.8% dividend increase from $1.09 to $1.24. And now we're yielding 1.84%. But Bert, how many times is this company going to increase their dividend?
Not one, but two. Okay, they announced it twice per year here, so they kicked it off strong. They're keeping the trend going. 13.8%. They always announce two strong dividend increases too. It's not as if it's like one of them is a small one, one's a large one. Both of them are pretty substantial dividend increases. So, hey, kicking things off great. They're getting their yield close to 2% again. So a 13.8% increase this time around. Hey, we'll take it. We'll keep it going. We'll keep throwing some coal into the engines here, although I don't think that's exactly how they work anymore. But yeah, hey, take it easy. No, I'm kidding. All right, Lanny. Last but not least, why don't you round third bring this one home?
Guys, we're heading over into the credit card processing industry. We're not talking about Visa or MasterCard, but I can't wait for what they do. We're talking about American Express, ticker symbol AXP, and they came in with a home run here at 21% dividend increase from 43 cents to 52 cents per share per quarter, and now yield closer to 2%.
I mean, it's excellent. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in there. I'm just looking through American Express because I was curious. I'm like, man, if they're doing this, what's going on with their stock price? The last year, American Express is up 48%. So I mean, they're crushing it. They're firing on all cylinders right now. Their yield, their yields. I mean, it's still crushing MasterCard and Visa with a now yield of closer to 1.2% after this dividend increase announcement. So, hey, it's fantastic stuff. It's all smiles here. You don't know what more to say besides it's just fantastic because just so many great companies announced strong dividend increases and are returning money back to its shareholders. It was just such a positive week after a few quiet ones for dividend increases. So it's all smiles here on the dividend diplomats front.
There it is, guys. So that was your 10 dividend growth stocks. Bert, you want to summarize the first 5?
Yeah, let's rapid fire these. Cincinnati Financial, 9.5%, Comcast, 8% with that buyback program, Charles Schwab, 11.1%, Chevron, 6%, Intel, 5%. Lanny, take the next 5.
All right, to finish off and round out the list, Kimberly-Clark had a 1.8%, Anthem, 13.3% increase, Wells Fargo, 25%. The good old engine that could, Norfolk Southern, 13.8%, American Express at 20.9%.
All right, so let's round this out here. I received increases from Cincinnati Financial, Chevron, Intel, and Norfolk Southern this week. So I shot 40%. What about you, Lanny?
I only shot 30%, but in baseball, I'm in the Hall of Fame, baby.
Yeah, you're going to make it before Barry Bonds at this rate.
Well, Barry won't have a chance anymore.
Yeah, there's some weird veterans committee. It was the dumbest thing when I was reading about it. Just put your best players in, steroids or not. Come on, baseball, adapt with the times. All right, there we go. But how many of these 10 did you receive? And honestly, there were a bunch of other companies that we didn't include here. There are a lot of other great dividend stocks. I mean, this list could have been 50 that we talked about this week, but we couldn't. We don't have that much time to record because that would have been a 5-hour video, everybody. So let us know in the comment section, how many dividend increases did you receive this last week?
Guys, we appreciate it. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Definitely give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate that everybody's following us on the financial freedom by buying dividend stock journey here. Guys, keep buying dividend stocks. That was Bert, and this was Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.